Well, another topic for this fine foggy morning is the one-page architecture. Can you put and summarize up so that everyone can understand it, every aspect of your architecture, whether it's the big picture or the business architecture, the information architecture, technology architecture, application architecture, onto one page? Can you summarize the fundamental business processes on one page? And to me, that is being able to synthesize or crystallize or to conceptualize any given idea down to one page means that you're able to capture the salient points. Now, quite often that needs to reference off, and it's not going to be a complete picture, but it's sort of like the drill down approach. And if you can raise it up, then you can have that elevator pitch. Yes, that elusive elevator pitch. Quite often you're asked to describe, what is enterprise architecture in our organization about? Or what is our enterprise architecture governance? And if you can't answer that succinctly in 2 to 5 minutes, preferably around the 2-minute stage, and then have a version that goes to the 5-minute stage, quite likely you're going to have a sales pitch problem within your organization, because it's, the relevance of something that takes a binder to describe is dubious, and to a lot of the key decision makers, they just simply have too much on their plate to effectively be able to deal with that level of detail. And of course the belief then is that if they can't comprehend it, then how can they expect to champion it within the organization? So starting at the very top, a technique which I have used successfully is the one-page business canvas. And so that sort of breaks down into and there's a book on the topic on business canvas, and it would make sense to sort of summarize that, because that is a good technique I found useful. And there's many others out there, but at least that one fits into that adage I have of the one page. And with the one-page business canvas, basically, what is the business all about? Who are the customers? What are the key things needed to deliver on the business? What is the cost structure, and what is the revenue structure? And from that, how does the organization make money? Because at the end of the day, as long as, with the exception of being in the public sector, fundamentally what we're looking for is the ability to make money, because that's what business is about. And by making money, that ensures that the stakeholders, all of the stakeholders, the customers are happy, because it's nice to get a deal and to get that elusive, like the HP touchpad. I got a great deal on it, but HP lost money, so it's not a long-term viable business. Customers like to buy from a long-term viable business. They can get support, they can get further iterations, they can buy more when they need to. So it's an ecosystem that allows suppliers to make money. It allows customers to get a fair value. It allows the stakeholders, as in the shareholders of the company, to get a reasonable return on their investments, and allows the employees to work for a company that has a long-term viable business model. So one-page business canvas. And then, of course, the other one is an architecture map or an architecture type drawing. In other words, one page about what the business is all about. I've successfully used this a couple times now, and the one time I had the most success with was when the customer had a plotter. And what this allowed me to do was to build I believe it was a 36-inch by 40-inch wall drawing of what the business was all about. And I'll cover off in detail what I chose for this customer were relevant things to describe. And it would change from customer to customer, and that's where the art part of enterprise architecture comes into play, which is the creative understanding of the organization and the ability to be able to draw the pictures that allow the customer to understand themselves, and as well to be able to communicate to new members and all members and get consensus among the architecture team about what the business, the enterprise, is all about. So I'll cut short on this one, just heading up to the 5-minute mark, and we should talk more about this enterprise map. Bye.